Hello, I'm Maura Carley, founder and president of Healthcare Navigation, and today we're going to take a little different tack. We've been focusing on education and information, but we'd like to be a little edgier and create a figurative wall of shame and discuss some areas that we think are irrational and could be improved upon and even fixed. And at the top of my list is the uncomfortable relationship between COBRA and being Medicare eligible, which can end up creating situations where people pay lifetime premium penalties for their Part B. And I just don't see any reason that has to be. It's much more straightforward to realize that if you're on COBRA prior to age 65, when you turn 65 and become Medicare eligible, COBRA is supposed to end. It's much more complicated, as we've discussed before, if you're working beyond age 65 and then you're offered COBRA, as employers are apt to do. One problem with that is that COBRA is really supposed to be secondary to your Medicare, so you should already be on Parts A and B to have COBRA, but that's poorly understood, and people elect the COBRA, miss their special enrollment period, which is 8 months from the date where your active group coverage ended or you retired, whichever was first. And typically these are people who stay on COBRA ignorantly beyond that 8-month period. And as we've already advised, for the most part, we think your group coverage ends one day and your Medicare should begin the next, but there are exceptions. But anyway, the point of this is to say that many people miss their special enrollment period and then end up enrolling in Medicare Part B during the general enrollment period, which is designed to be punitive. Part D of Medicare, the drug part, doesn't work this way at all. And I don't understand why we would do this to people, because it always affects people who've worked for decades and paid into the system and then don't know these complicated enrollment rules. It really does seem ridiculous. And when I was younger and I guess more naive, there was a bill in Congress to address this, and I thought, oh, of course that will pass. Well, it didn't, and it just seems like something that could be fixed. Maybe it could be fixed by government employees, fixed by Congress, any of the above who could fix it, but it seems so unfair, especially since, let's remember, people who are eligible for the federal employee retirement program, benefit, whatever it is, the federal employee retirement program, I've clearly taped too many videos today, don't even have to enroll in Part B. I understand that most do, but that's just hard to justify because everybody has to enroll in Part B. And pay a premium, except the poorest Americans enroll and their state of residence pays their premium. But anyway, I hope we can get some buzz around this topics, because we'd be happy to be out of the business of trying to remind people of what's at stake here. And we understand why there's a punitive aspect to this. The government wants people to enroll in Medicare Part B when they are first eligible. But the people I'm talking about have just run afoul of these silly rules because they worked beyond age 65. They weren't irresponsible. They worked and had active group coverage. So thank you for listening. Please give us your comments and send questions so we can keep these videos interesting and current. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.